Also in the UK, King Charles III has made his youngest brother, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh. The title was last held by their father, Prince Philip, from 1947 until his death in 2021.
The British monarchy is no stranger to palace intrigue, but the latest whispers from behind the gilded gates of Buckingham Palace suggest a shift so seismic that it could redefine the very fabric of the royal family. The drama no longer centers on the Sussex's exit or the scandals of Prince Andrew. Instead, a quiet, meticulously orchestrated power struggle is unfolding, with the future of the crown as its prize. At the heart of it all stands Prince Edward, the once overlooked Duke of Edinburgh, who is reportedly orchestrating a bold repositioning ahead of Prince William's eventual coronation, a move that could see Queen Camilla dramatically sidelined. For decades, Prince Edward was the royal family's invisible man, dutifully showing up for engagements while his more flamboyant siblings made headlines. But in the wake of the turmoil caused by Prince Andrew's disgrace and the departure of Prince Harry, the monarchy has been forced to lean on its most reliable, least controversial members. Edward and his wife Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, have emerged as the crown's most dependable ambassadors. Recent polling data highlights their transformation. A YouGov survey from early 2025 found that the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are viewed positively by a small majority of Britons, with 53 to 55% holding a good opinion of them. More striking is the comparison with Queen Camilla. In April 2025, an Ipsos poll placed Queen Camilla's favorability rating at just 37%. By January 2026, a separate YouGov tracker found that while William and Kate remain the most popular, Camilla's favorability had declined to 42%, the lowest recorded by the pollster since March 2021. Prince Edward, by contrast, enjoys a net favorability rating significantly higher than that of the Queen Consort, with a 2025 poll showing him as the fifth most popular royal. This shift in public sentiment is the currency that buys influence within the palace walls. The unspoken language of royal power is often expressed through symbols. In this silent war of positioning, Queen Camilla appeared to draw a line in the sand with a piece of jewelry. In early February 2026, amid the ongoing fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein scandal that engulfed her brother-in-law Andrew, Camilla was photographed attending a church service on the Sandringham estate wearing a striking diamond brooch shaped like a Tudor crown. Jewelry expert Justin Daughters, managing director at Berganza, interpreted the move as far more than a fashion choice. Brooches are the most controlled form of royal jewelry. They are never decorative accidents, they are signals, Daughters told Marie Claire, adding that brooches frame intention in a way that other accessories do not. The Tudor crown brooch, which Camilla first debuted in July 2023 and is widely believed to have been a gift from the king ahead of their coronation, was a bold statement of her authority and position. For royal watchers, it was seen as an assertion of her status at a time when her influence was being questioned. But if Camilla chose a brooch to signal her power, Prince Edward chose a more potent weapon, strategic presence and absence. He publicly became the first member of the royal family to comment on the Epstein files, stating in Dubai that it's really important always to remember the victims. This positioned him as a voice of conscience, subtly contrasting with the palace's often defensive stance. The crisis surrounding Prince Andrew became an unexpected opportunity for Edward to cement his role as the family's problem solver. After Andrew was stripped of his titles and evicted from his 30-room Royal Lodge residence, he moved to Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate. However, this created a logistical issue for Edward and Sophie, who had planned to stay at Wood Farm for their Easter break. Andrew's reluctance to vacate the property promptly forced Edward and Sophie to stay in a smaller cottage, Garden's house. But instead of leaking grievances to the press, Edward took decisive action. He reportedly became the first family member to visit Andrew in his exile, not for a social call, but to have a quiet word. The purpose, according to sources, was to encourage the disgraced prince to expedite his departure, making it clear that he was dragging his heels. This episode was a masterclass in palace politics. Edward demonstrated his ability to manage the family's chaos from within, handling a delicate situation without public drama. By stepping in where the king could not, Edward proved he was not just a loyal figurehead but an essential operational asset for the monarchy. The ultimate prize in this internal power game is not proximity to King Charles, but alignment with the future King William. Planning for William's coronation is already underway, and the Prince of Wales is known to be looking for a slimmed-down, modern monarchy. He is reportedly keen to move away from some of the heavy traditions of the past. As William prepares for his future reign, he needs a trusted inner circle. The Easter 2026 service at Windsor Castle offered a clear visual of where alliances are forming. While Queen Camilla was present, the most significant grouping featured Catherine, Princess of Wales, making a poignant return to public duties alongside Prince William and their children. Standing with them was Prince Edward, positioning himself squarely in the camp of the future. Meanwhile, Sophie's absence from the service, officially attributed to being under the weather, raised eyebrows. In the choreographed world of royal appearances, such an absence is rarely without meaning. The narrative of a palace rift has been fueled by public data and subtle maneuvering. A source told The Sun that William feels that Edward and Sophie are needed, and that the important work that they do is seen. This contrasts sharply with the public's perception of Camilla, who, despite her decades-long journey from mistress to queen, remains a divisive figure, with 45% of the public holding a negative view of her as of late 2025. This is not a battle fought with public statements or dramatic exits. It is a slow, polite, and bloodless war for relevance. Prince Edward, the quietest of Elizabeth's two sons, has spent over 6 decades in the background. By showing up where he is needed, staying silent when others speak out, and strategically aligning with the next generation, he is not just securing his place in the monarchy. He may well be deciding who gets to stand in the spotlight when the crown passes to William. In the end, Queen Camilla may have worn a Tudor crown on her chest, but it is Prince Edward who is quietly reshaping the monarchy's future. One calculated absence, one quiet word, and one powerful display of loyalty at a time. The question is no longer if a shift is coming, but who will be left standing when the music stops.